Welcome to Avalon State of the Arts, where we explore different components and dimensions of our school, Avalon School of the Arts, and its music counterpart, the Avalon Music Academy of Holland.
We're your hosts, Rich and Marie, and we look forward to sharing interesting topics about our school in a fun, easy-to-listen-to format.
Because my mom, who founded our school, taught me, if you're not having fun with this, then you're not doing it right. Hello and welcome to students, families, friends, and fans of Avalon. We are having a rockin' fall season here at the school. It's been an action-packed one with Tchaikovsky filling the halls during the weekends as we go through our Nutcracker rehearsals. Lots of fun projects. I'm actually involved in a couple right now myself. One I'm innately familiar with is carpeting. So I did the carpeting for our grand opening last season, and now I'm getting back to my roots and recarpeting some sections. And I got to tell you, it has really grown on me, and I just find the sight of a freshly carpeted floor just to be so satisfying. And maybe that's just getting in my head mentally to make it fun, but it's working. So I finished up the music side over the weekend, and I'll be starting on the dance side this week. So if you haven't been over to enjoy, then by all means, please do come enjoy the new carpeting. Just, be careful of your beverages and make sure you of course, clean your feet. I'm kidding, of course. The other thing is that fall is a planting season, of course. So we got some stuff done at the entrance of the dance side. We got 2 trees and 7 shrubberies. And of course, that always reminds me of Monty Python. We got 7 shrubberies in there, and now we're looking for names. We put this up on social media, so if you have any ideas, just post them there, and we'll see if we can't get some good names for these trees and shrubs we got out front. In music news, we have had such great response to our starter pack program that we're going to be continuing it into this next coming month also. So for those of you who don't know about that, basically we've been running lesson specials where when you sign up, you get a free starter pack. Last month we did ukulele and guitar. And this month, we're going to do drums. So, people have asked me a lot in the past, well, is drums a big undertaking? What do you need to get started? As it turns out, you don't really need that much. Some sticks, a practice pad, a stand, of course, some rhythm charts, that kind of stuff, and you're good to go. As you get more into it, then, of course, the possibilities become endless as far as acoustic drums or electronic drums and percussion instruments. But to get going, you just need a simple starter pack. So from now until November 1st, we'll be giving away a free drum lesson starter pack for all new drum student registration. So do take advantage of that. We're actually going to be talking about drums and music and more in today's featured episode, which is Christmas Music Recitals. So enjoy. Well, hello there, Marie.
Hi, Rich.
How are you doing?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm glad. It has been a beautiful fall day here at the studio.
It's gorgeous out. It's just perfect. It's like second summer.
Exactly. Lots of time for some good outdoor projects,
yes,
as well as some good indoor projects.
The projects have been getting checked off on the to-do list here around the studio, which has been great. You've been working some overtime. We all appreciate that. And
the big dance project, the Nutcracker, how's that going?
It's going so good. We had a really busy weekend with rehearsals, but everything is, we're still in October and everything's in a really, really good shape. So
I don't know, maybe it might be just because I get the whole rest of the year to forget about it, but I always kind of forget how big of an undertaking that production is.
It is, and we're excited. There's some new costumes that we're unveiling this year. We got a whole new set for the flowers.
Wow.
So we're really excited about that. They're beautiful. And a couple the soldier dolls are wearing new like platter tutus that are really cool. So there's just some new little surprises. We try to do something a little different every year. We have a new dance, the gumdrops.
Wow.
And we've never done that before. That's when in the normal Nutcracker repertoire, there's not a gumdrop Land of Sweets dance. So we kind of created one using some music we haven't used before. So
that's great. It keeps it fresh.
It does. And, with Nutcracker, because like there are so many different places that do a Nutcracker production, you have like different choices for where you could go. Even in West Michigan, there are options, but ours is really great because it's all students, no professionals. It's all 6 to 18-year-olds, and then our entire backstage crew is also all students. So it's a very student-led production, and we're really proud of it.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
Well, today on the docket, we are talking about our other Christmas activity at Avalon, which is Christmas music recitals.
Yes, also a big undertaking.
Yeah, and also a fun undertaking.
Yeah.
So, I've been doing them, of course, here at the school for a long time, and looking forward to kind of going through it with you and explaining how they work and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, it's always fun to talk about Christmas. I mean, it'll be here before we know it. So let's talk a little bit about the Christmas recitals. What can you tell us about when they are and where are they held?
So it's interesting. I was thinking about this, and I was thinking that we have had a number of different venues where when this first started, we kind of tried to roll them into like the bigger auditoriums, like, before or after Nutcracker. And then also too, then we were doing, like the summer recitals at the same venues that we were doing the dance recitals. Right. Which worked okay, but those are really big stages.
Yes, very big.
I think for the littler ones, that can be kind of daunting. Right. Then, of course, we had our go-around with the COVID years, where then we were doing recitals right outside the studio. Right. In that...
courtyard.
Yeah, the courtyard area. And then also, too, one of the cool things about it is we discovered the Lawrence Park Amphitheater. Right. Which has been really great for summertime recitals.
Yeah, I remember, too, that in the winter of 2020, you did a virtual recital, right?
That's right. Yes, exactly, where we recorded it all. Yeah, that was kind of cool because then there was the element of being able to share that with friends and relatives all over the country, world, whatever, just because nobody could go anywhere. Right. So as far as Christmas recitals, we have settled on the Park Theater for a few years now for a variety of reasons. And one of them being that it's been there forever. It's kind of like a Holland local landmark.
Yeah, it has a lot of character.
It does, and it goes back for me. I've talked about this at recitals before, where that's one of the first places I performed with one of the first bands I was ever in when I was 15.
So a really long time ago.
No, just a couple few years ago. Right?
Sure.
And so that's one of them, but also, too, I think that size of stage is a perfect one because it accommodates the younger ones where they don't feel overwhelmed, but it does give them a little bit of a spectacle because there's a sound system and there's lights. Also, too, I think that it fosters a really cool, kind of a laid-back, casual feel. Yeah. Where it doesn't seem like it's as high pressure as some other places around.
Well, as someone who's gone and attended many of your music recitals, I would say that's true. Like, it seems like a very friendly atmosphere with groups of families just all there to cheer on their kids. So what about when are these recitals going to be held this year?
Okay, so there's going to be 3 days. There's going to be Sunday, December 8th, and Sunday, December 15th are going to be the main recitals, and we'll be rolling from noon till 9 on those days. And then the drum recital is going to be on Wednesday, December 11th. So there's 3 days in the Avalon Music Academy Winter Recital Series this year.
So those are really long time frames that you just listed from that 12 until 9, but certainly each child's recital is not that long. Do you want to talk about how it's broken down a little bit with the time?
Yeah, for sure. So that's a good question. And I think this gets us into a lot of different sorts of topics here, but basically in answer to that question, recitals are in 50-minute blocks.
Okay.
So therefore it's not a big undertaking. You don't have to sit around for hours and hours. It's just something you can work into your day basically.
So each family though gets to come and have that time and hear not only their own child but lots of other kids too, and I'm assuming also there's a variety of ability levels within that hour-long block. That's kind of a fun way to see the progression, I'm sure.
Yes, exactly.
Okay. Are the music recitals mandatory?
They're not mandatory, however, they are highly encouraged. And they're highly encouraged from the standpoint of what my angle is in having them. And basically, I want to give the kids a chance to, for one thing, show off what they've been working on to their family and friends, but I want them to have the experience that performing is a fun thing that they can look forward to. And that's a really important part of our Christmas music recitals and our music recitals in general. So not mandatory, highly encouraged.
Great. And what should students wear when they come to perform at their recital?
So that kind of gets me around to the angle that I was talking about with Park Theater, where this takes me back to, my mom started me on the piano when I was 5. And one of the things I remember, I had a wonderful piano teacher, but I remember going to those recitals, and for me, it was a little bit stuffy. I had to wear a shirt and a tie. Yeah. I wasn't comfortable. It seemed, to be...
Even then, your inner rock star, really just wanted to be a little more casual, maybe.
So what I'm saying there is that kids should wear something that they're comfortable in, whether that's casual, whether that's, some, like to wear Christmas outfits. Yeah. Well, that's fine. We even did a recital one time where a piano student played the Imperial March from Star Wars, and I
remember that.
Yeah, I want to say he wore a Boba Fett mask.
Yeah.
But that was really cool.
Yes.
So basically, it's something that the child feels comfortable in, because once again, I want to have this be a really good, positive experience for them.
Okay, that's great. And what kind of songs did the kids choose, and how many do they play when it's their turn to
This
perform?
Is something where the instructors can help out with that, because they can suggest, and maybe the student has an idea of a song they might want to do, but they can suggest an arrangement at a comprehension level where it's going to be where the student is at.
Sure.
Right? And then if they don't have any ideas, well, then the instructor can help select a song that is in their ability level. As far as how many, if it's really short ones, maybe a student will do one or two. But for the longer ones, I guess I would much rather have them play one song that they feel real great about, rather than a few that are not as solid.
Sure, that makes a lot of sense. Yep. And then within each rehearsal block, you mentioned about 50 minutes long. What order do the kids go in?
So,
or the students, I should say, because it's not all kids. We have some adult
yeah, for
as well.
sure. Basically, it's going to be beginners first, and then progressing to the more advanced students.
Nice.
And this is something that's important to me from the standpoint of that way, if you have a beginner student, they don't have to go after someone who's advanced.
Yeah.
So there's that, and I think the other thing is, students are grouped together based on teacher, and some of the teachers that don't have that whole 50-minute block of students in the recital will be paired up with other teachers, and those combo recitals are really fun because you get to hear, like maybe some brass students and then some piano students.
Nice.
It's a really fun mix.
Oh, that's great. We do that with the dance recitals too, where you get, your little preschoolers on stage and you see them as, brand new beginners. And then we also, after that they perform, then you get to see some of the more advanced students. So it's kind of neat to see the progression, but also then to think like, oh, in a couple years, this is what's possible,
Yeah, exactly.
Yep. And we already talked about how long the recitals last. Is there an admission fee?
That's one thing about our music recitals, where there is no admission fee. We just want you to come and, have a good time. It's all included in
great.
Tuition.
That's wonderful. And is there a limit to the number of people that a family can bring along to be part of the audience?
That's another great thing about the Park Theater and that size that I was talking about in a 50-minute recital block is families are encouraged to bring as many people as they would like. We'll make it a big fun party and a celebration of music.
That's great. I know some of the kids have had like their teachers from school come to watch them, and it's not such a long time commitment that that makes it hard for someone like a teacher or another important adult in the child's life to come and invest that time. It really means a lot to the kids too.
Yeah, for sure. It being that time of year, sometimes family members are in from out of town, and of course they're all welcome too.
Yeah. So after a recital, like do families bring flowers? Like what is kind of the traditional gift for a performer after a recital?
Yeah, that does happen from time to time. One of the things that we get a lot is that after the recitals are over, we'll have our step banner there, so kids can take and students can take pictures with their teacher or nice. With their families, just once again as a memento of the celebration.
Great. And is there an accompanist available for the voice students?
Yes, we do have an accompanist available, and we like to be able to do a session with the accompanist so that way the student can work through the song so they feel comfortable and so the accompanist feels comfortable also. Voice being kind of a special sort of a thing. We do work from time to time with tracks also, so that's an option. But with this all being a part of it, I think that interaction with a live musician is an important thing for the student to learn about also.
Definitely. How are the drum recitals at all different from the other instruments?
So, as you know, the drum recitals are a rollicking day of fun.
They're so fun.
Yes, where basically the challenge was, well, gosh, if you have drums, you kind of need some other stuff too, so it's, just not a drum beat. So what we developed, which has been just so much fun, is that I play guitar and sing, and we have another teacher that plays bass. So that way, the students get to play with a full band.
That's so cool.
So we bring up a full, nice drum set. We put it right in the middle of the stage in the front on a riser. So it's a big deal. We make sure that we run through the songs first so that the students feel comfortable and, just keep the energy level high and fun and have a rockin' Christmas.
Yeah, I always enjoy going to the drum recitals. They really are such a fun time. And especially when you're playing songs that are like music people recognize, you hear them singing along, and it's just really neat.
Yeah, there's a great wealth of material too. And one of the album series that I encouraged the drum teachers to kind of listen to is in the, I think it was 80s and into the 90s, there was, it was called A Very Special Christmas.
Oh, I loved those albums.
Yeah, there's a whole series of them with rock artists doing Christmas songs.
Yeah, those are awesome.
Yeah, so I'm sure we'll be doing some of those at the drum recital.
Fabulous. And the most important question of all is, will you be providing treats?
I have done extensive knowledge. I'm sorry. I have done extensive research on this and gained a lot of knowledge. Yes. And I have found that one of the perfect treats are the brownie bites.
Yes. You really can't go wrong with a brownie bite.
No, you can't go wrong with chocolate.
No.
So yes, there is in the back of the house, if you will. We'll have programs with the order of students for each recital, and there's going to be some brownies available.
And brownies, of course.
Yeah.
Great. Well, it sounds wonderful. We always get excited for the month of December here at the studio because there's so many fun things going on and lots of opportunities to see Avalon kids perform.
Yes, and as far as sign up goes, I've already sent out a Google sign-up form. Also, we're going to put up posters here, and you can go to the front office and sign up there. You can also talk to your teacher. We're just doing kind of a catch-all.
Yeah.
And, of course, if you have any questions, feel free to call or email. You can call 616-834-0854. And, of course, the email is info@avalonmusicacademyofholland.com.
Okay, great. Well, that was a lot of really useful and helpful information. And I, for one, am looking forward to attending the music recitals and seeing all the kids perform.
I will be there, and I am so looking forward to hearing all of our students perform. Well, thanks for listening, and we'll see you again next time.
Bye-bye.
Avalon offers dance classes, music lessons, and theater classes 6 days a week. With over 40 teachers, we have something for kids and adults and everyone in between. You can reach the dance and theater department at avalonschoolofthearts.com and the music department at avalonmusicacademyofholland.com.
Where dreams begin is in that magical space within. When your heart and your mind and your soul intertwine in wonder, that's where dreams begin.